Good morning. First of all, I appreciate Mohammed Uzaile, the Assistant Editor, ET Government, the Economic Times, for inviting me, and also I pay my respect to him for such organization. And also just now, keynote address was delivered by Nabetes Val, Executive Director, Public Sector and Education, Microsoft India. And distinguished delegates, my warm good morning to senior leaders from universities, colleges, and schools, and delegates who have come from across the country. I am delighted to participate in this Future Ready Education Summit being organized by ET Government in association with Microsoft. I'm glad to know that this conference is focusing on various facets of higher and school education across the country and how digital education can help in building equitable, accessible, and experimental education system. I have been closely observing now and how the interventions of technologies under various government schemes, including many initiatives taken by Ministry of Education, has changed the life of people. The kind of new innovations, social and economic outcome that have been achieved due to government's technology-led initiatives are exemplary. And we have seen how even during the pandemic, when the organizations and institutions were closed following the COVID guidelines, government organizations and our school and colleges use technology for ensuring community of learning, conducting examinations and evaluations. Dear friends, our country has always been at the forefront of leveraging technology for development, governance, and knowledge building. Research and innovation in higher education institutions is critical at the base. Teaching and learning processes occur only in institutions having a strong culture of research and knowledge creations. From software service hub, we are now becoming the research hub. Multinational organizations are recognizing India's knowledge prowess, and most of them have the second biggest research center in India after their home country. The progress made by India under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji in various areas, be in education, health, housing, information technology, or infrastructure development, bears testimony to the commitment of our government towards improving the economy for ensuring that there is a general level of prosperity and sabka saath, sabka vikas. Through the creation of the right kind of policy and regulations, better infrastructure, and conducive social environment, India is now making pioneering effort to improve the necessary infrastructure needed for development. This is quite visible from the fact that over the past few years, there has been huge growth in enrollment, number of universities, and higher education of learning centers that we have set up. As per the National Education Policy 2020, processes is underway for setting up of an autonomous body called National Educational Technology Forum to provide a platform for free exchange of ideas on the use of technology to enhance learning, assessment, planning, administration, and so on, both for school and higher educations. The vision of Honorable Prime Minister to transform India into knowledge-based economy and digitally empower society by ensuring digital access, digital inclusion, digital empowerment, and bringing the digital divide has effectively utilized digital technology to transform the life of people while ensuring digital inclusion of all these segments. The National Education Policy 2020 lays stress on several areas of integration of ICT in school education. The teachers are also being trained to leverage digital tools and resources, ensuring multimodal access is not limited to students' learning initiative only, but also to teachers, as the digital training courses are being made available to them to enable anytime, anywhere access. No doubt, continuous learning will continue to be valuable and necessary. Friends, students, and people will need to continue to adapt to technology, continue to want to learn, and continue to stay motivated for their self-development. Our present initiatives and collective efforts are aimed at fulfilling our vision of making India a global knowledge superpower and restoring India's glory as a great center of learning by effective implementation of the National Education Policy 2020. Dear friends, imagine and shaping digital education as a long-term learning strategy towards ensuring new age learning is critical to our journey, which will help us to leapfrog in the education sector. Education is about lifelong learning and should not be restricted just to school. It should be learning by all, learning for all, learning with all. Thus, the Indian education system is adapting to a framework of enhancing learning within as well as outside the classroom. In compliance with National Education Policy 2020, the foundation of this framework is online, digital education guidelines, and standard setting to address the digital divide and ensuring equitable learning. ICT in education has enormous power to bring positive change to the quality of people's life. Information technology sector can greatly contribute to economic prosperity by generating better means of employment. Such technology can also enrich people's life by providing greater choice and supporting social welfare and cultural activities. More than 60% of our population is under the age of 30 years. If we could channelize the energy of these young minds, India could be the next economic power. To do that, we will have to impart the necessary skill to our youth. In this endeavor, the role of the educational institutions and both center and state government will come critical. They will have to work together in tandem with each other with a single goal of making India a knowledge power, economic power, and superpower. Friend, India is at the cusp of becoming an economic power. We all need to work together to achieve this goal. Finally, I congratulate ET government and Microsoft for organizing this conference focused on such an important topic of future-ready education. Thank you all for patient hearing. Jai Hind.